What is up, WWE YouTube fans or YouTube Nation? Hope all you guys are having a lovely and beautiful and magical and awesome Sunday so far. By the way, guys, happy WrestleMania Sunday. We are a few hours away from night 2 of WrestleMania 42 from Allegiant Stadium in Sin City, Las Vegas, Nevada. Again, the second year in a row, WrestleMania comes to Las Vegas and Allegiant Stadium, guys. Now, in this episode, we are doing the pre-show. I got so excited I accidentally hit my notes, but we are also going to talk about two matches from last night's night 1 of WrestleMania. So we're going to get those two matches talked about in just a little bit, but make sure and remember, guys, if you enjoy this episode, make sure you hit that thumbs up and subscribe down below if you have not done so already. So anyway, the two matches we're going to discuss from last night is going to be the Women's World Title match and, of course, the main event for the WWE Undisputed Championship. So let's go and get into it. Okay, guys, we go to match number 6 from last night's night 1 of WrestleMania 42. It was a matchup out of the women's division from Monday Night Raw. Oh, and it was for the Women's World Championship. It was the 2026 Women's Royal Rumble winner, Liv Morgan, challenging La Primera Stephanie Vaquer for the Women's World title. And again, special night for Liv Morgan last night. Not only was she competing for the Women's World title, but she was also competing and debuting her new theme song, Trouble. If you guys have not watched the music video, it's not bad, okay? And last night at WrestleMania, she debuted her new theme song, guys. But Stephanie Vaquer, it was her very first time competing at WrestleMania, and it was her defending her Women's World title. So throughout the matchup, guys, it was a pretty quick matchup. Nothing really to see. The match did not even last 10 minutes, but it did last about 4 to 7 minutes long, guys. And really, guys, La Primera Stephanie Vaquer, I hate to say this about Stephanie Vaquer, but Stephanie Vaquer had no chance at all, because not only did the Judgment Day get involved, but we had Roxanne Perez, Raquel Rodriguez, and Dirty Dominic Mysterio. Well, even though Dirty Dom did not get in, not interfere in the match, Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez, the Judgment Day, they did. And when you have those two ladies getting involved right from the get-go, it's automatic trouble for you. And that trouble was for Stephanie Vaquer, guys. And after 210 days as Women's World Champion, La Primera Stephanie Vaquer's title has ended. And new Women's World Champion, Liv Morgan. And I will be right off the bat to applaud Liv Morgan, even though she took some shortcuts to get where she was. And the shortcuts were not in the Rumble. It was in the match last night. And she needed Raquel's help and Roxanne just to become the new Women's World Champion. But regardless, whether you like it or you don't, Liv Morgan is back on top with the Women's World Championship, guys. And yeah, so, there's really not much I can say about that Liv becoming the new Women's World Champion. And just like WWE of The Voice, Michael Cole said, Liv Morgan is going to cause a lot of trouble from here on out on Monday Night Raw. So, yeah, a little piece of the puzzle there and all of that. But if you thought that was a weird and odd matchup, wait till the main event last night between Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, night one of WrestleMania's main event was for the WWE Undisputed Championship between Randy Orton and the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. Now, this was at one point, they were the best of friends. They could call each other brothers in arms at one point, and it became very, very personal in the weeks coming up to WrestleMania, because Randy Orton was not just hearing the voices inside his head, but he was hearing someone in his ear. And for a couple weeks, we didn't know that someone was in on the phone with Randy Orton. Now, Randy Orton, guys, is a 14-time champion. And with a win, it would make him in all alone at number 15. So Randy Orton looking to become a 15-time world champion. And that would definitely not be easy against the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. Well, guys, in the corner of Randy Orton was none other than Pat McAfee himself. And Pat McAfee did say, if Randy Orton fails to walk out of WrestleMania as champion, I will never be heard from or seen again in WWE. Well, guys, short, simple, and sweet turnout. Randy Orton came up short, okay? Pat McAfee had to be structured out of the building thanks to a elbow through the announce table by Jelly Roll. And then, guys, if that wasn't even worse, later on, Pat McAfee would run down to the ring in a referee shirt, try to count the 1, 2, 3. That didn't work. And then bippity boppity boo, a RKO to Pat McAfee by Randy Orton. But that was all Cody needed for the distraction. And ladies and gentlemen, Cody Rhodes did something that we thought would not happen, and that is retain the Undisputed Championship, guys. And after the match, he was hit in the head with the title belt by Randy, and Randy Orton would go to his old ways by punting Cody Rhodes in the skull. So now that those two matches are now off and about, I want to know what you guys thought of the main event last night. But before we can, get any further, and before you guys have the opportunity to do that, it is time for us to take a little preview into night 2 of WrestleMania 42 Sunday. All right, WWE YouTube Nation or YouTube fans. So we're going to start talking about night 2's matches for WrestleMania 42. Now, we already know what matches are going to be the opening match and the main event. The opening match will be Oba, the ruler of NXT, Oba Femi, and he will be taking on the conqueror of the conquerors, the beasts of the beast, the conqueror beast of the WWE, the guy who conquered the Undertaker's undefeated streak at WrestleMania 30, Brock Lesnar. Now, I do want to say this, guys, about this matchup. For it is his WrestleMania debut. But for the Beast, Brock Lesnar, it is his first time competing at WrestleMania in 3 years. The last time the Beast had a match at WrestleMania was 3 years ago on the opening match of night 2 against Omos. That was the last time the Beast competed at WrestleMania for it is his very first time ever competing at this matchup. But remember, a couple weeks ago or months, the Beast laid out a WrestleMania open challenge. Whoever dared to step to the Beast at WrestleMania, and that man was So, but ever since then, it's pretty much been all You know, I mean, literally, the Beast Brock Lesnar has not been able to find any momentum against And I gotta be honest with you, is is he in the head of Brock Lesnar? I mean, is no 7-foot-tall Nigerian giant like Omos. Even though Brock Lesnar was able to beat Omos, that's not what is, okay? He's a different type of animal, if you know what I'm saying. So the question is, what does Brock Lesnar have to do to beat What does he have to do? He can't take to Suplex City. He can't F5 He has to have more than a plan A. He's kind of got to have a plan A through Z, or will walk into WrestleMania and conquer Brock Lesnar. So, but you know what? This is really a good match. I'm kind of happy that this match is the opening match, although I do agree with WWE Hall of Famer, the Oracle Wiseman, Paul Heyman. This match could be a main event. I mean, you're talking about two powerhouses. You're talking about the ruler of NXT taking on the Beast, the conqueror of the WWE. But the question remains, will the conqueror Beast of the WWE get put down by the ruler of NXT? I'm just saying, maybe after tonight, Oba will be the ruler of the WWE. I mean, who knows, okay? But very excited for this matchup. It really has gotten personal every week that Oba has on, no matter when it's been Oba, he's always taken out Brock Lesnar. And that's really not what you want to see if you're Brock Lesnar, yet alone Paul Heyman. So, I again, this match could easily be a main event because it's so built on hype. I mean, I can't remember the last time going into a match that someone like this did this to Brock Lesnar. Except one man, one ruler, Oba. So there you go. I mean, Oba. He's the only guy that's been able to do it. He for some reason he has the answer to the beast. Will he be able to conquer the conqueror tonight on night 2 of WrestleMania? We're just going to have to wait and find out and see. But you know what? Very well, I could see this match going in Brock's favor or Oba's favor. Just, I really don't know. Okay, because I feel like, Femi, he has woken up a side of Brock Lesnar that we really don't want to see. Alone have to deal with. So, but we will wait and we will find out and see what happens in that match. And again, that match is the opening match for night 2 of WrestleMania 42. So there you guys go. All right, guys, we're going to stay on the show of Monday Night Raw. And we're going to talk about 2 men that used to be in the Judgment Day. And they were kind of like brothers. They were family. Well, at that point when they were in the Judgment Day. Now the only difference is one of them is not only a triple mega champion, but he is also still in the Judgment Day. It will be Dirty Dominic Mysterio taking on his old friend, old brother, Finn Balor. But this match is unique in a way because for the very first time since WrestleMania 39, the Demon, Finn Balor's alternate personality is coming to life. We have not seen this side of Finn Balor in 3 years. 3 years ago, the last time the Demon walked to the ring, it was against WWE Hall of Famer, the Rated R Superstar Edge. And that was a Hell in a Cell match. And the Demon, Finn Balor, has only lost 2 times in his career as the Demon. I got to be very honest with you. It's not the Judgment Day. It's Dirty Dominic Mysterio. He has awoken a side in Finn Balor that's pure evil. This is not a Finn Balor we know. This is the Demon side. And, tonight on night 2 of WrestleMania 42 Sunday, the Demon will rise from the ashes. The Demon will rise to take on Dirty Dominic Mysterio. And, a lot of people throughout the week have been saying, Dom, you're going to need a lot of prayers for your match at WrestleMania Sunday because you are facing a demon that is rising from the ashes, guys. You know what? This is a side, and Finn Balor is right, guys. This is a side of Finn Balor that, is a different version of him. A more aggressive side of him. A more sadistic side of him. This is not just Finn Balor in a demon outfit. This is literally a side of a demon. And I'm just, I really think either Dirty Dominic Mysterio is going to learn of the biggest mistake he made, or somehow, miraculously, he is going to find a way to defeat the demon, okay? Now, Finn Balor's been around, but when it is the demon's side of him, that's something else. I mean, that's something else that I don't even want to deal with, yet alone see. And I really feel like Dirty Dominic Mysterio has risen. He has kind of forced Finn Balor's hand to go back into the demon side of him. And, I would not want, the demon side of Finn Balor at all. I mean, that would be a side of Finn Balor I would be afraid of, yet alone, not wanting to be anywhere near. But I kind of like what Monday Night Raw GM Adam Pearce said. He told Dirty Dom, you did this to yourself, okay? And one way or another, you are going to not just have to face the demon of Finn Balor, you are going to have to deal with the demon side of Finn Balor, guys. And I'm really excited. I mean, it's been 3 years since we have seen this side of Finn Balor. And I don't really know how to say it any other way, guys. But I can tell you it this way, guys. I think everybody is pretty much saying that when it comes to this match, we pretty much all know who is going to win, and that is the Demon Finn Balor. And you know what? I will pray for Dirty Dominic Mysterio that at least the Demon shows him a little bit of mercy. But I also feel like Dirty Dom is, this gives me a headache just to think about it. Dirty Dom caused this. Dominic Mysterio really did cause that. Okay, so the one thing I have to say to Dom is good luck. You're going to need it. All right, now we're going to just stick with this, guys. Our next match is a 6-man ladder match for the IC title. Now, in this match, it will be Ego Penta making his second WrestleMania appearance. He will take on Rusev, JD McDonough, Javon Evans, and WWE Hall of Famer, the master of the 619, Rey Mysterio. And what makes this match so legendary, other than it is for the men's IC title, is last year we had the men's IC title defended in a 6-pack challenge. It was Braun Breaker defending the title, and he would end up losing the IC title to Dirty Dominic Mysterio. What's crazy about that, Braun Breaker never ended up getting his rematch clause for that title. But 1 year later, at the exact same event, guys, the match will be determined in a 6-man match, but it is now the iconic, legendary ladder match. There have been so many IC titles with 6 to 8 men in it, and it's been for the IC title in a ladder match. Makes this so legendary and so iconic. And oh my God, this is going to be so fun, guys. This is going to be a match, at least one of the matches, that is not the main event of the, it's not the main event, and maybe it shouldn't always be the main event, okay, but it's going to be one of the most awesome matches you guys are going to witness. I mean, you guys, you know what? I actually could say this match may steal the show, and it may be better than the main event between the best in the world CM Punk and the OTC Roman Reigns. Intercontinental title ladder matches and WrestleMania are so legendary and so iconic, guys. I mean, there is really nothing like this. And I really, you know what? A lot of people are expecting Zero Penta to walk in and walk out the Intercontinental Champion. Okay, but then you got to look at the other 5 men in the match. You got to look at Rusev, JD McDonough, Javon Evans, Rey Mysterio, and Penta, and I forgot someone else in the match. But when you got 6 men in a ladder match for the IC title, and the only way to win is to climb the ladder and retrieve the title, that itself right there is, crazy, because, Penta, boy, you know what? I know Penta is ready to defend his IC title in this match. I truly Do you believe that? But I don't know. I mean, I'm very, very, this is a match that makes history. This is a match that, Zack Ryder won in 2016 at WrestleMania to become the new Intercontinental Champion. You know, and that was the woo. So, you know, big moments are made in this matchup. And you know what? The only way I can describe this is it's really maybe the one match that would not qualify as a main event, but it will still be one of the most talked about matches, period. You know, so I can't wait. You know what? I wish good luck to all members in this matchup because they're really going to need it. Okay, flat out, really going to need it. And yeah, I mean, it's just a dangerous matchup. You know, this is a match that, you know, you can win or lose and still be out for months. You know, think about that. You know, try to unravel that. You know, this is a match that you can walk in and walk out and it's brutal. You know, it's brutality. So I mean, I expect this match to be really great, really show-stopping, but something, you know, I have that feeling that something iconic and very rare in WWE or professional wrestling is going to happen. And yeah, I'm ready for it, and it's at least going to be one of the matches I'm paying very close attention to, as well as you guys should. Okay, guys, our next match is out of the women's division, okay? Now, this is not for a men's title. I just chose this background just because I liked it. So it's out of Friday Night SmackDown. It's the WWE Women's Championship. It is the champion, the dominating Jade Cargill, taking on the Eradicator, Rhea Ripley. Now, the crazy thing about this matchup is Rhea Ripley's been here before. Really, Rhea Ripley has defended women's gold on the grandest stage of them all. She knows what it takes, okay, to walk out of WrestleMania as champion. Okay, for Jade Cargill, it's only the first time she's walking in to WrestleMania with the title on her. You know, I mean, Jade Cargill won the title back in November at Saturday night's main event and really has not looked back ever since. You know, every person she's came into contact with, okay, she has dominated. Whether it's B-Fab, Mi Chen, Tiffy Time, you name it. Everybody that has stepped up to Jade Cargill has been put down. But Rhea Ripley is an exception. Now, the crazy thing about Jade Cargill, guys, is at the beginning of her title reign, B-Fab and Mi Chen were two women in the locker room that stood up to her, that did not back down to her. Okay, you know, and even Tiffany Stratton would still make that category. But it's crazy how B-Fab and Mi Chen have now aligned themselves with Jade Cargill. And Rhea Ripley, the one person in Rhea's corner is, Io Sky. And we love Io Sky. But it's the one, I mean, these are going to be two powerhouses that are going very well could destroy one another. You know, this is actually going to be a really good match, guys, because I actually expect B-Fab or Mi Chen to somehow play a role in this matchup. You know, somehow, some way, they are going to play a role in the match. I don't know what that role is exactly going to be, but I have that feeling they are going to play some role. Now, like I said, Rhea Ripley and Jade Cargill, two powerhouses. These two meet. It should be at WrestleMania, and in flag order. So, you know what, guys? First of all, I don't know if Rhea Ripley will become the new women's champion, because if Rhea Ripley does that, she would have to go to Friday Night SmackDown. And if Rhea loses, then she could stay with Io Sky on Monday Night Raw. But how many of you, let's ask the question, how many of you would like to see Jade Cargill retain the women's title? And then how many of you would like to see Rhea Ripley become the new WWE Women's Champion? Okay? Let's ask ourselves that for a minute. So, yeah. But you know what? I can't wait for this match either. It's going to be a really, really good match either way. So, yeah, let me know, guys, down below in the comment section what you guys want to see in this match. Like, are you on Team Rhea or are you on Team Jade and all that? So, yeah, let me know. I'm very curious to know what side you are on. So let me know down below in the comment section. All right, guys, this next one is for the Men's United States Championship. Now, I'm not really going to go into a deep dive into this match, but it will be Sami Zayn putting his gold on the line against Trick Williams. And all I can really say about this match is a lot of people are going to want Trick. It seems like a lot of the WWE universe somehow and some way wants Trick Williams to become the new United States champion. And, we all have our reasons on why that should happen. But I'm going to ask you guys a bold question, okay? Should Trick Williams become the new United States champion tonight at WrestleMania 42? That's the big question. That's the bold question. I got to be very honest with you. I got to be proud of Sami Zayn, walking in to WrestleMania as champion. And, it's going to be between two men that are pretty good in this ring when it comes pound for pound and technique. So, that's kind of what makes this match interesting, is the technique of it. The technique of this match really, really makes it even more interesting. And I got to be honest with you, I'm fine with either or. Okay, I'm really fine with either or happening. It's just, it's really maybe that one match I'm not looking into very deeply. And I mean, no disrespect to Trick Williams or Sami Zayn. It's not even about the U.S. title. It's not that, it's a U.S. title match that makes it that my feelings go that way. It's just the role that when it comes to all the matches on the card of WrestleMania, it's kind of one I don't really care about. So, I'm not trying to be rude or anything. I'm just, giving out my opinion. So, yeah. But if you guys are interested in this match, I love it and all that. And I would love to know your guys' input on who you guys want to walk out this match with the gold. But for me, it's really that one match that I can't really describe and all that. But you know, both of these men aren't overlooked. And I will say that. They are 1,000% overlooked. And maybe tonight they will show why they are not overlooked. And they will show why they deserve to call themselves champion. You know, so maybe that's why. All right, guys, now it is time to discuss the main event of the evening for night 2 of WrestleMania 42. And it will be for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, this very title right here. It will be the winner of the 2026 Men's Royal Rumble match winner, the OTC Roman Reigns, taking on CM Punk, the World Heavyweight Champion. And so what makes this match very, very interesting and very, very unique is a couple of things, okay? Number one, okay, CM Punk is walking in to WrestleMania as champion for the very first time since WrestleMania 28, and that was in 2012. Okay? He would defend the WWE title against Chris Jericho and walk out still champion. But here's the caveat. It is what Roman Reigns said in an interview. I don't know if you guys fully caught the interview or saw it, but you know, Roman Reigns was asked earlier in the week, ahead of WrestleMania, if he did not walk out the brand new World Heavyweight Champion, then he said he would leave the WWE. Roman Reigns throwing everything on the line. Literally, in his words, it is either become champion or go home and don't come back. Very interesting words. And I got to be very honest with you. Roman Reigns, CM Punk, they do not like each other one little bit. But you know what? They have one thing in common. Other than being in the main event, they both want the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. And they will do anything and everything. They both believe that the other man should have no right to carry this championship. And I got to be honest with you. Last year, night 1 of WrestleMania, they weren't opposed. Well, they were in a triple threat match. But 1 year later, they're in the real main event. And you know what? One of the most prized possessions and titles will be on the line. You know, I got to be very honest with you about this. CM Punk, okay, he's been a fighting champion. He said from day one that he would be a fighting champion, and he has. Roman Reigns declared himself for the Royal Rumble, won the Royal Rumble, called his shot, and all that, and went on and is now going on to WrestleMania to become the new World Heavyweight Champion. But here's the thing. Roman Reigns said in an interview, if he does not become champion, he is leaving the WWE. Think about that one statement for a little bit. Leaving the WWE. Crazy, I know. Shocking, I may be. But Roman Reigns, the OTC, the Tribal Chief, man, this is a match I am excited for. This is a match that is a main event match for WrestleMania, and it's not because of the World Heavyweight title at all. It's not because of this. It's the resumes. It's who they are as a WWE superstar. that makes it right there the main event. And Roman Reigns main eventing another, Mania for CM Punk. It is only the second time. Last year, these two men were opponents in a triple threat match. And 1 year later, in the same city, in the same event, and the same stadium, they're battling in the main event, the real main event, and they are having for the gold on the line. So, I don't really know who I should, put my pick on. But I want to know from you guys, who's walking out with the gold tonight? Who is walking out the WWE World Heavyweight Champion? Is it going to be back in the hands of the OTC Roman Reigns? Is it going to stay in the hands of our current world champion, CM Punk? So yeah, let me know what you guys think. Let me know, who do you guys think is going to be the World Heavyweight Champion by the end of tonight? I have a really good feeling this match is going to be a special main event. And, both men really want this title. So, it's kind of like Game 7, something has to give. And what will that be? We'll find out.